What's going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. Today I want to talk about supply drops in Advanced Warfare. So if you're not familiar with what supply drops are, they're basically a random loot generator for Call of Duty. So you'll now be able to get random loot by completing challenges in both the single player and the multiplayer areas of the game. On the surface, that seems kind of cool, like, hey, you'll just randomly get some cool stuff. My problem is that there are going to be guns in there, and these guns are only going to be available through this random supply drop system. Now, let me give you a scenario. Here's why I have a problem with this system. Imagine that you're playing some Call of Duty multiplayer and you see in the kill cam like 3 times. Say the same guy kills you with this AK-12 that has a silencer and a big banana clip on it. It's got extended ammo. Maybe it fires a little faster. It's just a more deadly version of the AK-12. So you say, all right, that gun seems awesome. I want to go and make that gun in Creative Class. Well, you can't, because this guy got that weapon through a supply drop. So you're like, okay, I will do whatever challenge it takes to get that supply drop. But the problem is that these are randomized. So you might do half of the challenges in the game and never run across that particular item because just randomly it just doesn't come up for you. And I think that sucks. Now, I don't have a problem with other loot being random. Character customization items, like shoulder pads or sunglasses. None of that really makes a difference to me too much. I enjoy the character creation aspect of it, customizing my character so it looks unique to me, so you can recognize it when I'm running across the map. You can actually see that, hey, that's BriarRabbit. I recognize him from the last time. What I don't like is having items in there that can actually enhance your performance as a killer inside of Call of Duty. If I want a gun that's exactly the same as another gun because, it seems to be a really good setup, I don't want to have to play for 100 hours waiting to get a random supply drop that has it in it. I just don't see how that's fair. And what if Activision decides, well, we'll start selling supply drops. So now, instead of just playing the game, you start paying for these supply drops. Now, I have heard that Activision has said that they have no plans at this point to pay or to charge money for supply drops. I don't have a whole lot of faith in Activision on that front, though. And what they say now may not be what they're saying, 6 months from now. While we're in the middle of January, say, playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, we're trying to unlock all this stuff, and all of a sudden, okay, for $5, you can unlock 3 supply drops. You don't know what's in these supply drops. There might be 1 item. There might be 3 items. They might be weapons. They might be sunglasses. Who knows what's in them? But for $5, you can buy 3 of them. I don't like how that suddenly makes Call of Duty a pay-to-win game. Now, the other part of this, a very connected part of this, is that there are now going to be different tiers of weapons in the drops. There's going to be 3. Enlisted, which is kind of the common. There's going to be Professional, which is a little bit more rare, and Elite, which are the super rare stuff, the stuff that you only find once in a blue moon. And these weapons could actually be much better than the base unit weapon. There's actually going to be over 300 weapons in this game. Now, there will probably be, 20 to 30 regular weapons, just like any other Call of Duty that we've played in the past. However, with all the modifications that you can get through supply drop, the ones that have special camos or special silencers or special magazines with more ammo, possibly rapid fire, stuff like that, there's actually 300 combinations of weapons, over 300. And to me, I don't know how they're going to balance that. It really scares me about Call of Duty. Call of Duty has had a problem balancing weapons in the past with, only 20 to 30 weapons. What are they going to do when they have over 300 weapons? I find that a little bit disturbing. Now, I haven't played the game. Obviously, nobody's played the retail release of this game yet. We don't know how the weapon balancing is going to go. But, just based on past performance of the Call of Duty series, weapon balancing is always a major issue. There's always been kind of these overpowered weapons in Call of Duty series. I think that Call of Duty Ghosts is probably the least offensive of these. There's definitely some more powerful weapons in Call of Duty Ghosts, but there's no MP40 like there was in World at War. Nothing like that. But what is going to happen when we have so many customizations available for these weapons that can only be found in supply drops? So you might see a weapon that is definitely overpowered, but you can't even get it. You can't even use it if you wanted to, because you have to just wait randomly for it to be awarded to you in a supply drop. I find this to be a very scary prospect, especially if Activision starts charging money for these. You know, then they have a motivation to make it harder to even earn the supply drops. They could say, you know, let's make it a little harder so people have to buy these more. And that gets really scary, because then let's say there's a vector in Advanced Warfare, and there is a specific vector, say the Elite Vector Inferno edition, that has, you know, rapid fire and slightly better accuracy than most other vectors, and it turns out to be an absolute powerhouse, you know, an absolutely OP gun. Well, you know, to fight it, you're going to want to use it. You know, that's just the nature of being a human, is that you're going to want to use the most powerful stuff. But if you have to get it in a supply drop, that's going to be a real issue, because you just can't. You have to wait until that specific item comes out randomly in the supply drop. I find this really disturbing. I really do. Now, it may come out that they do a really awesome job about balancing all these weapons. It really could be the case, and I hope it is, because I'm actually really looking forward to Advanced Warfare. In the past, I've said, you know, Advanced Warfare is really scary to me because they changed up a lot of stuff in this game. I don't even know if it's going to be a real Call of Duty game, but from what I've seen of the footage so far, it looks like it's going to be an awful lot of fun. It looks like there's going to be a real big skill gap. There's going to be a longer time to kill for the weapons. All this boost jumping and boost strafing looks like it's going to be an awful lot of fun and really dynamic and really fun. But if the game is just so unbalanced because of these supply drops, I don't know if it's going to hold up. So that's going to do it for me. Tell me what you guys think about supply drops down in the comments below. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Suck it real good. Dun 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 dun.